The show starts in 1 minute.
Good evening, folks. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Happy Tuesday to everybody. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, the Tuesday night live stream. How are you? I hope you're doing well. If I sound funny, it's because I've got a new audio set up here, and I'm thinking of switching back because I'm not used to this. I'm not sure I like it. I don't know how I sound. I'm going to rely on you guys to tell me how I sound. I might be too loud. I can't tell. I can't tell with the StreamYard setup. I hope it's okay. Coming up on the show, we've got... Oh, thank you. Pepper Tree Villa tells me I sound great. That's another thing. The sound effects today might just come out of one channel. So if you're listening through one speaker, if you're listening through the left speaker, you might not hear any of those sounds. So that's different too. I think I'll switch back. Today, we'll enjoy some coffee, a top 15 list. I'm going to try a new snack I found. There's some Disney news. I haven't talked Disney in forever. So, and there was some news that came out today. So I might talk about that. But before we do any of that, I like to celebrate the first 3 people in my chat today. So, if you will, allow me, and if you can hear out of your right speaker, let's check the chat here. I can only hear it out of there. That's all right. Your chat may be different than mine. Today's gold medalist, it's Joey's World. And now I see it's Joey's World talking about Paul, who's nowhere near the top. So I don't know what's going on here. But there's Pepper Tree Villa, silver medalist. And Samantha Lowe is our bronze medalist today. So congratulations to you 3. It seems like Paul was showing up on other people's chats there. Unfortunately for Paul, those chats aren't sanctioned by the chat check. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, congratulations to It's Joey's World and PTV and Samantha. It's all in jest. Eric Newman, welcome into you. Paul Eichenlaub, of course, welcome in. Coming in a distant 4th. Noah, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday to you. Thanks for being here. Michelle the Quilter, hello to you and your family. I hope you're doing well. Keith is here. BDF. Keith, how are you? I trust you're well. At least I hope you are. Monorail Molly, good to see you as well. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for stopping by. PTV did not hear the chimes at all. Let me try something. Do you hear this? Let me know if you heard that. I just changed the which channel it was coming out of. Cynthia, Candy Mom 15, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Let's see. No wonderful sound effects. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. This is, it's just I'm experimenting here today. I probably should have experimented at any other time during the week. Sorry. Michelle didn't hear him either. Disney Nerd Herders are here. Let's see if anybody can hear that. We'll see. Hi, guys. Okay, I changed the channel. And I think we're good now, right? Let me try it again.
Nerds!
Okay, I think they were coming out of both channels that time. So maybe I'm wrong. Again, it's weird. It's weird, and I did it hastily, and I'm going to stop talking about it. All right. Well, thank you for your input, everybody. Cynthia sent a picture to Instagram. I will check that out. Thank you. All right. It was heard. Fantastic. Thanks everybody for being here. Oh, okay. Something for in just a little bit. Thank you. I bet you can't guess what that is. Okay. What's going on? Oh, okay. So, I started my YouTube channel as a Disney centric YouTube channel, and then I never thought I'd be live streaming. I didn't really know that was a thing that people could do, and this was a couple of years ago, of course. And as I've done it, I just like hanging out with you guys, and quite often, Disney is abandoned, and I just talk about me and coffee and stuff, for kicks and giggles. But today there was some Disney news, so I thought I'd reintroduce Disney back into here because I think everybody in here is a fan. All right, so what's going on? A little bit ago, I guess before the new year, I don't even know anymore. Disney changed their top guy. Bob Iger is back. So with that, everybody was hoping that there'd be positive changes, because there was a lot of Disney raising the prices and getting rid of popular things, and it's. Cynthia, your pick is about that. Let me open up a new frame while I gab. Maybe I can see that on my computer. Of course, I can't see the chat as I do that, but it'll be quick. Let's see here. Oh, as a matter of fact, Cynthia, thank you for sending that. I saw Lee posted that. I'm not on Instagram often, but I went to it today because I knew of this news and I thought there'd be something on there, and I stumbled upon Lee's post, which was this image that I can't show anybody right now. Go to Instagram. Look at Leanne Sherbick's Instagram, and you'll see what we're talking about. It's a picture of Bob Iger with a heart drawn around his head, and some things that Disney brought back or announced that they're bringing back today. Among those things, you know what? Can you hear interference? I'm going to turn that down a little bit because that was bothering me. But if I have a sound effect, I got to turn that back up. Okay, no, never mind. Thank you, Cynthia, for sending that. Back to the chat. Leanne got it from you. I figured. Thank you. Oh, you guys didn't hear the interference. Well, maybe I'll put it back up. Okay. But maybe my earphones are really loud. Oh, okay. Charlie is asking, didn't Iger start a lot of these things to begin with? I don't care if he did or not. Things are changing now for the better. So you might be right about that, Charlie. And I think I've heard that before. Let me tell if anybody's not familiar with what's going on here, just let me tell you. some announcements that were made today concerning Walt Disney World. The first one I'm reading is, within the next few months, Walt Disney World annual pass holders, I'm one of those, will be able to visit the theme parks after 2 p.m. without needing a park reservation, except on Saturdays and Sundays at Magic Kingdom Park. Understandable. Now, the reason that's notable is because since the parks reopened after the COVID shutdown, they implemented a reservation system. So you have to go on their website or their app and make a reservation for yourself if you want to go to one of the 4 Walt Disney World parks. And quite often they were limited. At the beginning, certainly, they were really limited. So you had to get on it early. But then after 2 p.m., you could hop to another park. Well, what this is saying is that you don't need a reservation if you're going to a park after 2 p.m. If you go before, you still need a reservation. Do I have that right? If you go before 2 p.m., you still need a reservation, but after 2 p.m., you can go to any of the parks without a reservation. I think I'm reading that correctly. I might be wrong. Back to the chat. Sister Sunshine, hello to you. Welcome in. Let's see here. Let me go back a little bit. Did I miss anybody? If you're just joining us, welcome in. And thanks for being here. He is fixing. I see that. Okay. Yes, indeed. So that's one thing. And as an annual pass holder that needed a reservation, although I don't go often, but it seems like reservations were starting to get easier to get. I don't know if that's true. Anyway, that's kind of good. They're relaxing that reservation policy. It's not gone, but they're relaxing it. Next, complimentary self-parking is now available for guests staying at Walt Disney World Resort hotels. That used to be true in the distant past. And then I think shortly before COVID, they started charging for parking for Disney Resort hotel guests. Well, now, or coming up, I guess, complimentary self-parking is back, which is cool. Also, within the next few months, guests who purchase Disney Genie Plus service will also receive digital downloads of their Disney PhotoPass attraction photos taken in the park on the day of their purchase at no additional charge. I've never used Genie Plus service. I don't know much about it. I don't know if it's popular or not. But I know as an annual pass holder, part of our annual pass used to be complimentary Disney PhotoPass attraction photos. Well, that was taken away. So I'm still looking forward to the PhotoPass being part of your annual pass. I would like to see that. So those were the announcements for Walt Disney World Resort. And at Disneyland, there were some announcements as well. Let me see. Disneyland is significantly increasing the number of days, nearly 2 months worth over the coming year, that they'll offer their lowest priced one-day, one-park ticket at $104. Also, guests will have the ability to begin park hopping earlier, starting at 11 a.m., beginning on February 4th. Complimentary Disney PhotoPass digital downloads of attraction photos for all ticketed park guests beginning February 4th throughout the Disney 100 celebration. And finally, Disneyland will make Magic Key Passes available for sale more times during the year as inventory becomes available. So that's some Disney news that I have ignored for a long time. Mom and Dad, hello to you. Having internet problems. Sorry to hear that. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but thanks for trying to be here. So changes are happening, and I hope that there'll be more as time goes on, they'll incrementally give us some more things back that they had taken away, like PhotoPass for annual pass holders. Still fingers crossed. Is there a storm brewing at your house? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so a bit of Disney news there. But that's not all. There was I had heard, I guess the reason I went on Instagram was to see this thing that I heard about, which was Disney Parks had posted a teaser announcement. And I didn't know what to make of it at first, but I read about it, and then I did. Let me show you. I can show you this one because I have a screen capture of it. Okay, this is from Disney Parks on Instagram, and you can see over on the right it says "Need a clue?" Clue spelled C-L-U, and I'm not the biggest Tron fan, but I think that's the way one of the characters' names was spelled. Yes, Charlie, bring back fast passes. That would be awesome. Okay, back to this. Their post was it was actually moving. It dropped from the top of the screen down and revealed itself that way. It shows this rankings screen, which looks like an old-timey video game highest score chart that you'd see on old arcade video games. And I guess this is what the Tron video game looked like. I don't remember. I remember playing the Tron video game many times at Showbiz Pizza Place, but I don't remember what it looked like. But so what you may be able to gather through the second post in the comments over on the right is that those scores are actually dates. Many of them are dates. And the initials, which would be for the user or the player, would put in their initials by their high score. Those have a meaning as well. For example, the easiest one, the one I can pick out most easily, is the fifth place one. The initials are MK. And the high score is 10,011,971. Well, if you look at the comment over there, you'll see that MK stands for Magic Kingdom and the date it opened, which was October 1st, 1971. So that one stood out to me right away. And I didn't see the list there. Nobody posted it the first time I looked at this. But all of these have a meaning. Except apparently number 1 and number 8 that nobody can figure out, or maybe people have figured out by now. But you can see number 10 is CM for cast member, and they're going to have a cast member preview of the new Tron Light Cycle Run roller coaster that is now built and next door to Space Mountain in Magic Kingdom. It's behind the Tomorrowland Speedway. Danny, welcome into you. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Also on here, number 9, Shanghai Disney. I guess that's the date that place opened. We don't know what number 8 is, apparently. Or maybe you guys do, and I haven't heard of it yet. But does that say LB? I don't know what that is. And that doesn't look like a date to me, or maybe it is. I don't know. Let's move on. Number 7 is when the movie Tron was released. So 7, the initials are KF, and I believe the main character, Jeff Bridges' character, his name was Flynn, right? And I'm guessing Kevin Flynn. I don't know. I don't remember. But that's the date that movie was released, which was July 9th, 1982. Number 6, the date Disneyland opened. We did 5 already. Number 4, Jeff Bridges' birthday, I guess. Jeff Bridges, star of the movie Tron. Number 3, Tron Legacy, the second Tron movie. That's the date that came out in 2010. Number 2 is the date we believe that is that the date that the Tron light cycle run is going to open? I don't know anymore. It says U.S. opening. Whoever typed that in said it says U.S. opening. I don't know what that means, but I don't know what 1 or 8 means. Not that it matters. It's kind of a cool post, cryptic but easy to decipher, and it's I thought I heard that. Well, if cast member previews for this ride are in April, the U.S. opening, is there another Tron movie coming out? I don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so that was that. Tron Light Cycle Run. So I wanted to show that. More Disney stuff. This is kind of a Disney-centric show. I haven't done one of those in a long time. Anyway. Man, am I parched.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
Do you remember last week when I did my top 15 list? It was about the best. It was some website, somethingtable.com. It was their top 15 coffee brands in the country. And the number 1 coffee on there, I had never heard of or had ever seen before. Well, one of my awesome viewers, my mom, sent me a bag of Stumptown coffee. This was the number 1 coffee on the list. It's a relatively new brand relative to all the other coffees on the list. Man, I'm excited to try this. Thanks, Mom, for sending this my way. As you can see, it was whole bean. I had to find somebody with a coffee grinder. Not hard. To grind this, but I sure did. And if you were paying attention at the beginning of the show, you saw my wife brought in a cup of coffee. So here it is. It smells smooth. Can something smell smooth? This does. Well, that's a good cup of coffee. Thanks, Mom. And it's a little cool today here. And, it's 58 right now outside. And I'm in short sleeves. But that's all right. Oh! Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Stumptown Coffee Roasters. Out of Portland, Oregon. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's move on to another segment. Okay, I was told that sumo oranges might be out. They're not yet. Sumo oranges, I think I featured them on my show about a year ago, and I think they don't hit stores until February. If you need a reminder, sumo orange is a specially formulated citrus that is super easy to peel, is seedless, amazingly juicy, and they are my favorite fruit, I think. But they have a limited season, and I think you'll see them hitting store shelves or produce tables in February. That's what I'm getting at. But as I look at the chat, PTV saw sumo oranges there last week. Okay, so what I did today after work, I stopped by the Fresh Market, which is like a lower rate Whole Foods around here. It's a good store. But they did not have sumo citrus yet. but I can't wait for it. Anyway, while I was there, I thought I'd look around. And the first thing they have a nice cheese selection there. Now, I'm vegetarian. I'm not strictly vegan, so I can look at the cheese. But I wanted to see if they had Wisconsin brick cheese. They did not. Anyway, so I meandered over to the snack aisle, and something caught my eye. Something, as a vegetarian that will eat vegan options if presented. I saw that Caitlin, Make It Blue, a Disney adventure. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Most likely farmers markets might have it before grocery stores do. Perhaps. Good point. I don't know. But February sounds about right, she says. Good to see you, Caitlin. Thanks for stopping by. I was told that Publix had sumo oranges, but they didn't look like sumo oranges. They have the knob on the top, and the skin of the fruit is very bumpy and loose around the fruit itself. Super easy to peel, super delicious. I can't wait. But this isn't about sumo citrus. This is about this snack, which is a grain-free pretzel covered in vegan white cheddar cheese. It's gluten-free, allergen-friendly, and vegan. Now, again, I don't necessarily care if anything's vegan, but if there's a vegan option, I'll take it. Birdwell, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, and thanks for stopping by. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to crack it open. What are my hopes for this? It's a grain-free pretzel, flavored using nutritional yeast. Okay, that's cool. The list of ingredients: cassava flour, potato starch, sunflower oil, chickpea flour, tapioca starch, chickpea protein, date nectar. There's some sweetness. Sea salt, yeast, sunflower, lecithin, tapioca solids, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Let's just crack it open. And hopefully you can hear my eating music. Let me take it out of the bag. It looks like they're covered in a... I'm going to hold these up to the camera here. Here they are. Again, they're vegan white cheddar grain-free pretzels. So I guess they're covered in a white cheddar something or other. Vegan white cheddar. All right, so let's try it. Yes. Okay, here it is again. It's a brand called FitJoy. Grain-free pretzels. Vegan white cheddar. Now, is this like a normal pretzel? Like a Rold's Gold or a, what is another brand? Doesn't matter. It's a bit different. It's a little more solid. It is, it's more firm and it's not quite as airy as your normal snacking pretzel, but it's good. You know, they wanted to go gluten-free and allergen-friendly, and they came up with a recipe that is pretty good. The vegan cheddar tastes good. Snyder's, thank you. My face was not promising. You know what? I was waiting. I was waiting for it to, to hit. But these are tasty. I'm used to the white cheddar on a popcorn, for example. But this is good if you're gluten intolerant. What do they call that? Anyway, not bad. Pretty good. A little on the pricey side. I think this small bag was, I think, $4.49. Maybe that's not pricey anymore. Maybe that's standard. I don't know anymore. But darn. Yeah, thumbs up. Thumbs up on this one. So thank you. Thank you, Fit Joy. I don't know about the name of your company for snack foods, but yeah. Thumbs up. I'll be eating more of those later. What else? Let's what is it, 7:30? Then we're good. We're good. I think we can play game real fast. Let's do that. All right. Full disclosure. I already played Wordle today, but I can't remember what it is. So this will be quick. I think I remember, but I can't be certain. All right, there it is. We'll scroll there. Got Wordle music. Hopefully we won't be listening too long. I think the word was grimy. Is that right? It was. Okay, so that was dull. That was dull. But I got it correct. But let's move on to Framed. And did that show up here? Okay, here we go. Full disclosure, I've already played this too. But, and I remember what it is, but you guys haven't played it yet, I don't think. So why don't you guess what this is? Let's take a look. I'll talk you through it. Let's make it a little bit bigger, but so that you can still see me in the corner. Okay, you're looking at, this is a Framed, if you're not familiar. Framed is a game online where it shows you a frame from a movie, and you got to guess what it is. If you don't guess it, the first time it shows you another frame, and it gives you, I think, 6 or 7 chances. So the first frame from this film looks to be a computer screen with some data on it. And I don't know if you can see the data, but there are some dates on there. They appear to be future dates. And other words like waste heat, vent, navigation, interface, stuff like that. Deck B, life support. So I'm hoping these are giving you clues. Let's check the comments. Ryan, welcome in, and Dean is also here. Dean, I think I got it on the. I did get it by the second one. You're right. I did get it. But it sounds like you've already played it. So stay out of this, Dean. I'm kidding. I'm seeing the Matrix on here, perhaps because the word Matrix is on the screen. Ryan says Blade Runner. These are great guesses. They're wrong, but so let me type in the Matrix, for example, and that was not it. So it gives us a second frame. So gnaw on this for a bit. And what do you have now? Caitlin doesn't know, but that's all right. Do we need some music here? I'll play the Jungle Cruise Temple music while you play. That is correct. Alien. And stop the music. Okay. That's right, Alien. Apparently, everybody gets it on the second one. So, well done, everybody. So here's the third frame you would have gotten if you still hadn't guessed it. Moving on. Here's another one. certainly, if you're at all familiar with the movie, you would have gotten it by this one. But if you didn't, it gives you one final frame there. Okay, I dig that game. I like movies, as I think many of you do. So that's a fun game. And also, if you go back to it and you click that little calendar icon up there, you can play the games from days past. It gives you one game a day, but if you click this, you can choose any other game from the past to play. So it's pretty cool. And if I think I've mentioned this before, it also gives you the link to another one episode, which is much harder because it's about TV shows. You got to guess the TV show. But that's harder. Okay, let's take an intermission. Ben, hello to you. How are you? Trust you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Let's take an intermission. When we come back, I want to show you a hobby that, not really a hobby of mine, but it's a hobby that we participated in this past week. So, well, all right, I'll get to it. Here's your classic intermission. I'll be right back.
Last call for refreshments, folks. Go right this second to get something good to eat and drink to enjoy now or during the rest of the show. The finest quality ingredients are in the fixins of the delicious foods you'll find waiting to tempt your appetite at the snack bar. Extra special good hamburgers, wonderful donuts, ice-cold thirst-quenching drinks. Pizza generously sliced, steaming hot, fresh coffee, ice cream in many flavors. It's showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
Hello, Rachel. Welcome in. I hope you're good. I'm looking at the chat. Ryan asks, was Alien James Cameron? No, Aliens was James Cameron. The sequel, Aliens. Alien was directed by Ridley Scott, who went on to direct other films such as Gladiator and The Martian, Thelma and Louise, and others. Yes, and D&G Explorers are also here. Welcome in. I just got off winter break. I'm a teacher, so I had 2 weeks off for winter break. And one of the things we did, we were out and about running errands, and my wife popped into Five Below. Perhaps you've been to Five Below. It's like a Dollar Tree, but everything's $5. I don't really know. But when she was in there, she bought a jigsaw puzzle, and we spent a few days on and off putting it together. And I think we finished it 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I don't remember. But it was, I don't do many jigsaw puzzles. But this one, the pieces were a little bit smaller than your standard 1,000-piece puzzle. Well, I'll show you. We put it together. I took a picture so that I could show it off. Here it is. Peanuts. And I found it challenging because there were so many, like, Lucy is in there 800 times. So, whatever. I guess every puzzle's like that. I don't know. And I wouldn't mind doing another puzzle. Someday, perhaps, we'll get another one. It's not a necessarily a hobby of mine, but it was enjoyable to do that. And if there is a benefit to doing a jigsaw puzzle, if it staves off the effects of mental decline, maybe I should have started doing jigsaw puzzles a long time ago. But Caitlin's telling us that she has an iPad app and she does a puzzle every day. That's amazing and intriguing. Sir Gary, the New Year's daddy, welcome in. Happy New Year to you and happy new name. YouTube name. Thanks for stopping by. Yes. I see. Sherry and Tom completed around 30 jigsaw puzzles during the shutdown. I was online. Anyway, it was enjoyable, but it's not necessarily a hobby of mine, but it could be. Anyway, it got me to thinking about, as I do every week, I need to come up with a topic for my top 15 list. And so I thought, what are the most popular hobbies in America? So I Googled it and I found out. Lisa says, Jim, you're already sharp as a tack. I don't know about that. I could only think of 3 other Ridley Scott films. Whatever. Thank you. So what do we got today? All right. So this is not my list. It's Statista. I guess that's how you say it. It's their top 15 hobbies and activities in the United States. And yes, I just belched, and longtime viewers of my show know that every belch on my show is brought to you by D&G Explorers. D&G Explorers taste the rainbow. Okay, back to the top 15 list. They actually have on their website, let me see, they had more than 15. They had 19, actually. And I don't know how they gathered their data. I'm not a member of Statista, so I went to click on the link to show their sources of information, and I had to be a subscriber or something. And I said, I guess I don't need to know how they gathered their information. Anyway, so I'm going to show you their top 15 most popular hobbies and activities in the country. Blade Runner, yes. Thank you. I'll tell you what about The Martian, also directed by Ridley Scott. That's one of my favorite, more modern movies that have been released in the last 10 years. I enjoy that movie greatly. And that's the one with Matt Damon, and he gets stranded on Mars. And that sounds like a downer, and it sounds boring, but it's actually funny, and it moves along, and he's vlogging his ordeal. So it was really well done. And one of his other astronauts left a laptop full of disco music back, so it's got a banging soundtrack. Did Ridley Scott direct Hannibal? Jonathan Demme directed Silence of the Lambs. Okay, we're getting off track. Here we go. Let's go to number 15, and I've got an image to show during each of these. Number 15 is writing. So here's my image for writing. I found this one real quick. But apparently 18% of respondents noted that writing, I suppose poetry or just creative writing in general, is a hobby, or perhaps it's just journaling or writing in a diary. But writing was number 15 on the list. Okay. Number 14 on the list, meditation and wellness. And meditation and wellness came in at number 14, and 18% of respondents said that meditation and wellness is one of their hobbies. So, you recognize this from Zootopia? It's a funny scene. Okay, number 13. We're moving on. We're cooking with gas. I don't know about the wording of this one, but the number 13 hobby or activity on their list. Also, 18% of respondents put this on their list. This is doing sports and fitness. Doing sports and fitness is strangely worded, but yes, I suppose this would be any rec league you're in, or just running for fitness, or walking. Which, if that's the case, maybe people don't necessarily think of fitness as a hobby. I don't know, but that seems like that should be a bigger number than just 18%. Again, I don't know who responded to this. Bill, welcome in Magic of the Mouse Radio. Drinking coffee. Mm. All right. Okay, so the first three responses here, 15, 14, and 13, were all 18%. So I guess they're all 15? I don't know. But number 12 on the list actually has a little bit of a higher number. Not really. Number 12 on the list, tech and computers. 19% of people that were polled, I don't know how they did this, said they're into tech and computers as a hobby. And I suppose as a YouTuber myself, I could include this as one of my hobbies. It certainly is. I don't build computers. But, you know, yeah. And I'm no Tony Stark. And if we bought a DVD player 15 years ago, am I into tech? Is that a hobby? Because I would watch DVD. I don't know. Who knows? All right, number 11. The number 11 hobby or activity on this list. I forgot the little crawl at the bottom there. Oh well. If you're just joining us, Lala McDowell, welcome in. For example, Lala might not know what we're doing. I'm counting down the top 15 hobbies or activities. No, hobbies and activities in the United States as of 2022. This is from November of last year. 3 months ago. 2 months ago. Anyway, where am I? Number 11 is photography. Again, 19% of respondents noted that photography is a hobby of theirs. Now, we all have cameras on our phones, and by taking pictures, can we say photography is a hobby of ours? I don't know, I guess so. I don't consider photography a hobby of mine, but I do like taking pictures of things. I don't know. Tyler Silva, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I take pictures every day, but I don't consider it a hobby. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there. Okay, I accidentally hit the button there. Number 10 on the list. Board games and card games. Board games and card games comes in at number 10. 23% of people part of this survey, or whatever it is, said that board games and card games are a hobby of theirs. And I get that. They're quite fun and popular. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just filling time. Yeah, number 10 on the list. Okay. Number 9 is a broad one as well. Number 9 is socializing. 24% of people said socializing. And I didn't really know what to put here for socializing. So I found a picture of when I went socializing once upon a time. And this is last November when Pete McDevitt was in town. And we all met up at the boardwalk. So I took this. This is the only group shot I have of that day. I'm not in it. That's just fine. But you can see Pete there talking with Amy from AJC Magic TV. There's Russ in the red hoodie and others. There were a lot of people there that day. That was a good socializing time. But Gary makes the point, everyone is always socializing. Aren't we socializing here in the chat? Is that our hobby? I don't, sure, why not? There are no rules. Let's move on. Number 8. And this one is a hobby of mine, I guess, but I could be better and I could spend more time with it. Gardening and plants. Gardening and plants, 24% of people said gardening and plants. is a hobby or activity that they that's part of their lives. And I do have a garden that I built, a raised bed garden, and I'll just say this, I'm still learning. But coming up very soon, we're going to get that going again. We're going to be planting cucumbers, and you know what really took off for us, and we didn't even have to do much with it? Eggplant. Eggplant, that went crazy. Anyway. All right, moving on. Where are we? Number 7. No, that was number 7. No, this is number 7. Sorry. Number 7. I'm going to play this sound. Number 7 is DIY and arts and crafts. And when I saw this, I thought, well, there's when I think arts and crafts, I think Sherry. So of Pepper Tree Villa. So I had to grab a screen cap of Pepper Tree Villa. So 26% of people part of this said that do-it-yourself stuff and arts and crafts is part of their lives. It's their hobby. It's their activity. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hey. What's going on?
Nothing much.
Oh.
Last stream appearance before I leave.
Hey, everybody. It's the boy.
Hello.
Tomorrow we take him to the airport because he'll be spending the next 4 months in Valencia, Spain. He's going to be studying abroad, the Florida State University Study Abroad program. And he wanted to say, I didn't ask him to be here because I know he hates it. They're saying hello to the boy. But he's stopping by. We're taking him to the airport, which is why I won't be able to watch the Disney Nerd Herders or D&G Explorers tomorrow because I'll be on the road. Can they FaceTime later?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Indeed. And they're saying adios.
Oh, another question.
Caitlin, did you study abroad? It sounds like you did. Okay. Caitlin's also a former or current cast member at Disney. So, and Gary says his nephews went to Florence and Venice. Are you going to be able to go to Italy? That's the goal to make a side trip.
Yeah.
Yes. Ryan says they're all proud of you, boy.
Thank you. We'll talk about it
Yes. Absolutely.
later. That's what we're thinking.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Or are you staying in? Are you staying?
Uh,
You don't have to. All right. The boy says bye, everybody.
Bye.
There he is. All right.
Thanks for all the wishes. Have a good time.
Indeed.
Have fun in the States.
Have fun in the States. All right. I don't know where I was. Oh. Caitlin says our school has a study abroad program in Ireland. Oh, wow. I know he wants to go there. He'll be in Valencia, Spain, but they'll throughout the semester they'll be taking weekend trips, and then the plan is after the semester he's going to stick around and travel with other, at least one other of the students there. So hopefully, and he has a bucket list. Like he wants, I don't even know what's on the list, but like he wants fish and chips in London. I don't know if that's on the list, but stuff like that. Okay. We're on number 7. Good call. Oh, that was crafting. Okay, so number 6. Number 6 is traveling. Traveling is number 6. 28% of respondents said traveling is a hobby of theirs. We've got a ton of travelers here in this YouTube community of ours, whether they're cruising or RVing or whatever. Yeah, indeed, traveling. So when I have to take his butt up to Tallahassee, is that a hobby? Is that traveling? Is that a hobby? I don't know. I don't think it is. But yeah, traveling's awesome. All right. Next, number 5. Number 5 is video gaming. Now, it's not my hobby. I never really got into video gaming. The last video game I was into was Tecmo Bowl 91. But 31% of respondents said video gaming is their hobby. I'm surprised that's not a bigger number. But I don't know who they asked for this. So, yeah. Next, number 4. I don't have a cool picture for this. I just have a generic picture for this one. Number 4, and this is a broad subject as well. Outdoor activities. This could be anything. So here's an outdoor activity. Google outdoor activity. I think this came up. I'm not sure how I came across this. Caitlin is coming back as a cast member. Wow. Good luck with that. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Okay, here we go. Where am I? Oh, yeah. There we go. Number 4. Number 3 on the list. Oh, okay. Back to Disney. Number 3 on the list. Pets. People said pets were their hobby. 34% of the people that Statista asked about their hobbies or activities said pets were their hobby. Not one of mine. I not really a pet person ever. Really, I guess at one time, but not really. But that guy is. What's his name? George? I don't remember. Anyway. 101 Dalmatians. He had lots of pets, is I guess why I chose him. Number 2 on the list. We're counting down the most popular hobbies and activities in America, as told to us from Statista. Statista.com. At least I think that's how you say it. Number 2 on the list, reading. Fans of the show White Lotus will recognize this still. But reading, 36% of people said reading is a hobby. Now, it could be a novel. It could be Twitter. Like if you go on Twitter, Roger, thank you, PTV. If you go on Twitter, that's all I do. When I go on Twitter, that's all I'm doing is reading. So is that a hobby of mine? Or is that tech? Or is it both? Again, there are no rules. What's number 1 on the list? I heard, I saw some people when the boy was here with their guesses of what number 1 was, and I don't think I saw the right answer. But here we go. Number 1, the number 1 hobby or activity in the United States: cooking and baking. 38% of people said cooking or baking was a hobby of theirs. Sister Sunshine said cooking? Yeah, cooking. Yes, there it is. Is this an ad for Pam? I didn't realize. Anyway, so that's the list, everybody. So that's what we're doing. That's what we were just doing. Anyway. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, spending a bit of your Tuesday with me. Let's head over to Mouse Talk. I think Walt's going to talk about the Disney stuff that we talked about earlier here. I think he's going to go more in depth about that. Can I tell you, a lot of you said music. Music came in at number 17, just behind Cars and Vehicles, which was 16. Didn't make the list. And at the bottom of the list was Other, and at the very bottom of the list was Don't Know. So why are you participating if you don't know? But yes, writing was 15, 16 was Cars and Vehicles, 17 was making music. So it was on there. It was on there somewhere. But oddly enough, I thought it would be higher. Certainly, it seems like making music would be higher than meditation, but I guess I'm wrong. Anyway, where am I? Yeah, so I think Walt's going to be talking about all the good Disney stuff, the news that came out today. So tell him it's a Sunshine Nation invasion if you happen to go there. I'll be back next week. Thank you for your kind wishes with for the boy and his studying endeavors. Super excited for him. We've been talking about this for a year and a half, and it's finally happening. So super excited for him. All right, everybody. It's time to say goodnight. See you over at Mouse Talk. And we're going to have some Taco Bell. Sounds like somebody wants Taco Bell in there. So we're going to do that. Final evening meal for the boy. Whatever. Thanks, everybody. I will see you next week.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.